Hi, and welcome back to Khaleel's Finance Lounge. It's been a few days since I put a video up, so hopefully we can make up for lost time. I mentioned in my last video, we talked about the new tier structure that came in regards to the lockdown, especially in England. We're in a different system in Scotland, but the basics are more or less the same. So by the way, hope we're all staying safe and it's keeping away from the corona. Anyway, so this is all about the financing, how banks are looking at financing now for those businesses, especially businesses, how they're looking for, how they perceive an application, how they go about underwriting, how they're actually going to make a decision. And you'll be surprised, but there is no surprises. But if you're not used to this stuff, you will be surprised. I'm going to quickly read you something that I got. Now, this was a document I received in general from the. I won't tell you exactly where it came from, but it came from a regulatory body that we won't mention. Anyway, this is more or less guidelines for brokers and banks and brokers out there who are dealing with financing for businesses and all sorts of financing. So it's not just your straightforward C-bills loans, it's all across the board, different types of asset financing and financing in regards to commercial loans, commercial mortgages, investment mortgages, etc. So this is what we go. This is for tier 3 areas, conditionally approved. Deals will be conditionally approved when underwriting would like to approve them, but the merchant, i.e. the merchant is you, the client, the applicant, is in tier 3 area and will be impacted by closures or trading restrictions. These deals will be approved once the merchant, i.e. the applicant, trading resumes at the same level that it was pre-restrictions, pre the tier 3. We will need to revalidate last 7 days trading post pre-opening, so when you've opened up 7 days later, and provide additional documents that underwriting may request to validate the return to expected business levels. These deals may still be declined or withdrawn post-conditional approval if we are unable to confirm the return to normal trading, or if the trading has reduced and not rebounded to underwriting acceptable levels. Now, what does all that mean? To any normal layman person, or even to us, I mean, it's a lot of guff. Basically, what it's saying is the bank has the right to refuse or decline an application for finance at any stage, at any time. They're actually using COVID-19 now as an excuse not to give you financing. So you tell me what business out there is going to return to normal trading levels just after 7 days, right? Now they are saying, oh, it's pre-lockdown, back to that level, but that's just an excuse not to give financing, and it's an excuse for the bank to say no. Like usual, we bailed out the banks back in the day. We gave them all their money to survive, and now when it comes to our survival or the survival of a business, they're not willing to part with their cash. But it's government money, it's our money anyway, it's taxpayers' money. So basically every case out there that's been applied for in financing or refinancing is still continually under scrutiny. Regardless of you've got a deal approved or not. They have come back and said that any approval that you have got is open for 4 weeks, but you still have to fulfill this criteria. So even if you have your deal approved, they still come back and they apply this criteria in regards to pre-post tier 3. So what does it mean for brokers? What they've actually given us as brokers some guidelines as well. So this is what they're asking us to do as a broker introducer. Ask every customer before submission if they are impacted or expect to be imminently impacted by any trading restrictions. A bullshit question, right? Of course you're going to be impacted. Validate the customer response using a postcode checker, and they're giving us if the checker response is different to what the customer has said. So basically they're saying, look, if the customer might lie to you, they might not be in a tier 1 or 2, 3, whatever. I mean, it's all, again, bullshit. Document customer response and check results prior to submission, document and merchant plans and through blah 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 blah. A lot of garbage. I may as well put that in the bin. In fact, I will put it in the bin later. Anyway, so basically what we're saying is for those people who've got applications in for financing, it's up for scrutiny at any point, at any stage through your application process. Now, what I'm saying to our clients is we've got or we've made up, myself and my business partner and all our team researchers, etc., that work with us, we have put together a whole load of questions to preempt what the bank is going to ask you, what the bank, the lender, the funder, whatever you want to call them, is going to ask you once your application goes in, or once you've come back out of the tier, whatever, tier 3 or whatever tier you're in. We've got a whole list of questions for all the different tiers, and we've put together a list of questions, and we've got answers ready for these guys as soon as we put our applications in, and or they come back and question it. So what we're basically saying is, those of you who are trying to do this alone, right, this is where, I hate to say this, you're going to fall down. It's not me selling my services, but it's true. If you've not got a professional broker working with you, or I'll change that, a professional broker who knows what they're doing and who's up to date with the regulations, the rules, etc., that your application will fail, or you're not giving it much chance of success anyway. And the old saying goes, you get what you pay for, and that's exactly what the situation is now with regards to financing. If you're going to do it, go it alone, read up on your stuff, but I guarantee you, documents like this that we got through fax, we get not fax. When's the last time we had a fax? Well, we get emailed through this stuff on a regular basis, on a daily basis, sometimes 2-3 times a day. That's the reason why we're paying so much for regulation and to the regulatory bodies. Some of them are not conditional, i.e. we are voluntary regulated with a lot of the bodies that we work with, and they provide us all this guidance and information on a daily basis, which you don't get if you're doing your application on yourself directly. And again, if the broker is not willing to pay for these extra bits of information, they won't have them either, so you're not hiding to nothing. So what we're saying is, spend the money, use a professional broker. If you're in any doubt, please contact me. I'm happy to answer any questions. I'm happy to go on a Skype call with you, Skype or what's it, Zoom or a Zoom or Skype call with you, and we'll go through all the requirements for new applications if they're going in, and also for existing applications. You're going to get the questions even if your application is in for financing, and even if it's been approved already. There's no guarantee. They've said it there, and all that guff that they said that they can pull the application, decline it at their whim. You're basically, as usual, banks have all got all the cards stacked in their favour, and any excuse right now, they're using Corona for an excuse, but there always was an excuse to decline applications, but now they've got coronavirus, Covid-19 as an even bigger excuse not to give you the money. Just be aware of that. I'm happy to help you. Contact me, email me. We can set up a meeting to talk, and we can take it from there. Good luck, and like I said, keep safe. Hope you're all well. Keep your family safe, and we'll get through this. And the best thing is that we have now the knowledge, we have the information, we've got all the armour, we've got the firepower now to get their applications done, get them approved, get them through that line, get your deal done, get money coming in again through the door, and it's all good. Speak to you soon, and stay safe.